Hi everyone, welcome back to my RetroBat build series. This is now video 14. Apologies, there has been a slight break. As I've mentioned in other places, yeah, my wife got signed off ill from work, so she's been at home. So things have been a bit hectic. We've got 4 young kids, and so yeah, just haven't had the time to make the videos, but making a quick one now to carry on the build. So like I say, yeah, number 14, we're going to add a few more systems. Namely, these are a couple of requests I had through in the comments. So Naomi2, TriForce, and Neo Geo Pocket. We have already done the Neo Geo Pocket Color, but this is the I guess the standard version, the mono version. So yeah, so without further ado, we'll crack on. So yeah, I've got the files over here that I've downloaded. Obviously, the links will be in the description as normal. So we'll start with, let's go to Naomi2 because I'm already there. So again, they're split into smaller chunks, easier to download. 512 meg. So Naomi's not too big, so it's across 2 parts. So we'll do what we always do, go into the RetroBat folder here on the left hand side. Obviously yours can be wherever you decide to put it, but within inside here you should have the standard ROMs folder, and then all the pre-existing folders that are created at install, ready for you to drop the games into. So there should be one for Naomi2. Obviously Naomi we already did. Well, I thought we already did Naomi2. Naomi 1. Anyway, maybe we didn't. So maybe that's one I can add later. But Naomi2, that's empty. So let's open up Naomi folder, and then I can literally just grab the whole lot, drag and drop. I'm going to prompt me for the password. So RB-B 10. RB-build full stop exclamation mark go. So again, these are slightly bigger games, so there's not a whole bunch, but there's a few in there to get you started at least. And obviously Naomi was an arcade system. There's a few things like King of Fighters here, Virtual Fighter 4, Virtual Striker. So yeah, right, they're copied across. Next one was let's do the Neo Geo Pocket. There's only a single file here because it's quite small. Oh. Let's find the Neo Geo Pocket folder. Click all that, drag it over, same password. And away that goes. And then lastly, probably the largest one is TriForce. Again, TriForce is an arcade system. Oh, if you go up a level, don't need to. Find the TriForce system. The thing about TriForce needs a more powerful machine, decent graphics card to run, but we'll get to that when we get there. So TriForce. So this is things like Mario Kart GP. So I don't know if you've seen the Mario Kart game in the arcade, the sit-down version. That's this system, and then things like Virtual Striker as well. Grab the whole lot, drop them over. And the TriForce stuff is kind of based on sort of I guess roughly GameCube type hardware, and so it uses a version of the Dolphin emulator. I'm just copying over now. Yeah, so obviously, like I say, there's been a break in the videos. Obviously, unforeseen circumstances, so apologies for that. But hopefully, I'm going to get a few more videos done soon. And this should be the first of those. Like I say, I think I was trying to get as many systems as possible for the RetroBat build. I'm kind of struggling now. I think we've done the majority of the mainstream systems, and just adding a few more now. So what I'm thinking about doing as well is starting another build series on a different system, maybe something like BIOSES, which is similar. Because it's based on emulation station still, but obviously it's different beast because it runs. Obviously RetroBat runs on Windows. BIOSES runs off a either a USB stick or a bootable drive. Generally you can have it in a dedicated PC, or you can stick it on a USB drive and boot it off your Windows PC if you want to. Do it that way around. So yeah, I might start a build side by side with like Batasera, and then potentially other systems as well. So kind of have several sort of I guess build series videos going on, so people can depend on obviously RetroBat seems quite popular, but obviously not everyone uses it. Some people might be gaming on Android or might be doing different bit of pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna try and cover a few more bases. So yeah, look out for those coming soon. But like I say, I'm not sure when this build will come to an end. I think it might sort of, as it has done, it might slow down a little bit, because like I say, as you get to sort of the lesser known systems, the games are harder to find. All the artwork to scrape is harder. So yeah, it takes a bit more time. So I'm still going to try to keep going and do as many systems as I can, but obviously it might take a little bit longer in between videos. But hopefully, yeah, bear with me. Make sure you're subscribed. So you'll get notified as soon as those next videos drop, and you'll be able to follow them. Right, so enough rambling on. That's copied across now as well. So yeah, we've got all stuff copied across. Let's go back to the main folder, and let's launch this. Close this off a minute. Move that down a little bit so we can see it. This is this system here. I was having a little play around with custom collections, because people have been asking how to create your own custom collection, and I did manage to find a way to do it manually, which I'll cover in a different video. But there's a whole bunch of collections built into RetroBat, so you can turn on things like have an item on the wheel here for 2-player games, 4-player games, different genres, different years of release, that kind of stuff. So I think some people wanted to just create their own manual ones and manually drop in their own games to their own collection. So I did kind of figure out here. You can see I've got my my logo on a wheel item, and I've got this rather naff looking logo which I created in about 3.5 seconds. But just to show that you can add your own artwork and basically create your own system. If I go in here, I've managed to add a single game in. But yeah, I'll cover that in a different video of how to do custom collections. So anyway, what are we up to now? What, 4,460 games. So we've got quite a few. But like I say, this is the best of collection. So hopefully they're all good games. No rubbish in there. So anyway, let's scroll down and find the system. Which is probably going to come to Naomi2, there we go. So here's all the games. Yeah, there's a couple that may be like this that say they're non-playable. I guess at some point the emulator didn't support them, didn't work. I mean, it's worth trying. They might work now with the emulator update, but like I say, I've got the whole collection. You can try them. I think getting to systems like this, it's a little bit more hit and miss on the emulation. The emulation's not 100% yet, but certainly got a good collection of games here to try out. So all the games are added. Let's just try and launch one. I've not done anything. I'm not adding any emulators yet. Just want to see if it runs out of the box, or whether we need to install a standard emulator. And actually, it's looking like it's going to launch RetroArch. Yeah, using the Flycast core. So it's running. I don't know if you can hear the audio in the background, but it is stuttering a bit. It's either down to the emulator, or obviously my machine's recording at the same time. So Could just be performance. But you can see, the game works. It loads. I'm not quite sure what the keys are. So that's using my Xbox Bluetooth controller, using the back button to insert coin and the start button to start. So I think it is playing. It's just very laggy. But that could just be my system. I mean, my system's okay, but it is a few years old now. It's got an older Radeon card in it. It's an old Series 4 i7. So yeah, it's a little bit old, but it does the job. So what we can try and do is just see. We go into the menu. We'll just go down to. Actually, no, it's game settings, isn't it? Just see what other emulators are there. So if we scroll down here to per system configuration, let's find Naomi2 in the list. There it is. So emulator, yeah. So we've got Demule is the other one we can use. So Flycast is obviously the one we just used. If we do Demule, I think we've had that installed from previously in the build. If you've obviously been following the build, I'm pretty sure we added this when we were doing Dreamcast. Let's set it there, and then we'll try that game again. Obviously now it should use the Demule emulator. Which is open full screen. I don't know if you can see that. So it's working. I think you can probably just about see that on the screen. Might be chopped up a little bit. It's playing. And it's also trying to run full screen by default. Doesn't help me with the capture. But I think it looks like it's running just a little bit slow. So for me, I'll try that when I'm not capturing the video and see what's actually better, and then potentially tweak any settings. I'm just going to escape out of that one now. I see, there you go, the screen has loaded. So if I know what the escape button is. Try and get out. So anyway, the games are added. Like I say, some of these more, I guess, not less known systems, but more specific systems, probably need a bit more playing around, a bit more tweaking. So then obviously when you change between the two emulators, you can also then go and change a whole bunch of settings to try and improve performance. So again, let's go down to that per system configuration. Find Naomi2. Probably set it back to RetroArch. But there's still things like the shaders, and so you set shaders to none, might improve your performance. VSync I normally have to turn off on mine because it slows it down too much. Things like the resolution on auto, but you could like drop it down to a lower resolution. All this stuff you can play with, it's just kind of like, most of it's specific to your system. Not everyone's going to, there's not like one, here's the perfect configuration, apply this and you'll be good, because everyone's got different graphics cards, everyone's got different CPUs, different setups, so things will be different for everyone. So it's just a case of experimenting, really. There's still a whole bunch of stuff down here that, like for the video. Again, video modes, a whole bunch of stuff that you can play with. So let's just go to the next one. So TriForce. We have Mario Kart GP. So again, let's just try this out of the box. See if it works. And there we go. So we've got it's the TriForce kind of variation of Dolphin. So yeah, let's just install that. Give it a second to finish. I think with most of these emulators, it downloads in compressed format. So once it's downloaded, it then has to decompress, extract all the bits and pieces. Okay, so it is loading. Again, it's gone off the screen a little bit. And there we go. You can probably see from the video there it's stuttering a little bit. But again, that's the machine's busy at the moment, and I haven't tweaked any settings on this. So, but again, you can see the game plays. Pretty cool game, this one, Mario Kart GP. It's basically standard Mario Kart, but the arcade version. So there we go, that all works good. And then kind of again, if you want to tweak it, you can either do it through the RetroBat menu itself, or what you can do is launch, as we've done before, find the RetroBat menu off here, and we'll go down, we'll find that Dolphin emulator. It's here somewhere. Did I go past it? There we go. So Dolphin TriForce version. So like before, this will just launch it kind of standalone without starting a game. So it's picked up the games in the folders there. So if we go into graphics, as you notice, I had it there running a window, but it's normally you'd want the full screen button ticked so it launches full screen. Yeah, mine was actually using a 3D there, so yeah, you can see my graphics card here, a Radeon R9200, so it's okay, but it's a few years old now. It still plays most stuff fine. So yeah, you can go in here and change a whole bunch of stuff. Change the resolution, which run a full screen, and yeah, a whole bunch of stuff you can play with to try and get the best performance. So for me, I'll turn it off, put it to OpenGL, and then just close that. So you can tweak around it, and when you're in as well, obviously you can configure your controllers. Most of the time the controllers work out of the box, but you may have to go in there and just reconfigure them, but it's fairly straightforward to do. So just down to the last one, which is so Neo Geo Pocket Color we added before. Now we've added the Neo Geo Pocket. There you go. So bunch of games in here for you to play with. Obviously, as usual, all the artwork is here. Everything ready to go. We just copy it in. Let's try that football. So again, yeah, as you expect, it uses a RetroArch core. It's got the bezel pre-configured, which is pretty good when you're using a handheld device, because obviously you want the screen in the middle here at the right ratio. I've seen sometimes where people have, you know, are playing these smaller games and they have the image stretched full screen, and it doesn't look quite right. You know, it's all kind of stretched and jaggedy. And obviously, you know, they're at the end of the day, they're small screen devices. They're meant, you know, it's meant to be a bit smaller. So it's got quite a nice bezel here. You can see that's playing. Again, I've got the controller in my hand. Yeah, skip. Oh, yeah, that's what I say. Controller working out of the box. Don't have to do anything. Come on, it's football. It's not an adventure game. My goodness. Yes. Yeah. Well, Jesus. Yep, sign your name. Brilliant. Last one. Really? Yep. Okay, deal done. Thank you. You're the best. Yeah, good luck. My God. I want to make sure the game works. Really? Right, yeah, I'm done. That's good. That's working. Can't be dealing with that. Anyway, yeah. So that's that system added. That's fairly straightforward. Uses RetroArch core. All the games are here. All the artworks here. All looking lovely. So that's those 3 systems added. Like I said, we've got quite a few systems now. So I'm not quite sure how much further the build is going to go till I start running out of sources of games and stuff. But yeah, hopefully that helps. And like I say, as I mentioned just at the beginning when I launched it, you can see I've just been doing a quick test custom collection, so I'll hopefully cover that in a separate video of how to do that. So yeah, that's useful. Obviously stay tuned, please make sure you subscribe and you'll get notified when the next videos drop, and obviously if I then start making some other build videos for other platforms or other front ends, you'll get notified. So yeah, thanks for watching, sorry about the break. Hopefully now I'll be able to sort of crack on and do a few more videos on a more regular basis. So yes, thanks again. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, join the Facebook group, have a chat. Any comments, suggestions, you know, I'm all ears. I try to respond to the comments on YouTube as quick as I can, and I try to respond to all of them. But I think as I said before, it can be difficult to track once you've replied to a message and then trying to find it again, or sorry, reply to a comment and trying to find it again. It can get a little bit confusing, so it tends to be easier to sort of, you know, join Discord, chat on there, or the Facebook group. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.